Who is your audience? Right? This is a very, very important question that you have to answer. Who is your audience before you do anything? Like we said, that okay, I am trying to build a real estate law practice. Then my audience is builders, right? Somebody may say, no, no, not builders. I want to work with the homeowners or home buyers or office buyers, people who are buying real estate. They also have a lot of problems. They have a lot of issues. They have legal work to give. I want to work with them. Then your audience may be people who already own real estate, right? Maybe people who are renting out property, and you want to make them aware about the perils or problems of renting out property, how to rent it out in a safe and secure manner, that their tenant or whoever cannot create problem in the future, right? So that may be your target audience. So who is your audience, guys? What do you want to achieve in life? What is your goal? Based on that, who is your audience? Which audience you want to build, right? For example, if you're a law student, you can say that my ideal audience are lawyers who can help me to get internships. I want to impress them so that I can get internship, because I'm finding it hard to get the internships I want. I will impress lawyers. Or you might say that no, I want to impress whatever, like I don't know, like what is your I want to impress law professors, because I want to make a career in legal academia, and I impress professors, then that will help me to build a career faster or whatever. If one want to practice in environment law, then who's your audience? I keep giving the example of Trust Legal, and how the founder of Trust Legal, Sudhir Mishra, who's an amazing lawyer and great, you know what he did? He went and trained forest officers around the country about how to handle environmental law matters. Free training, free guidance, lots of free workshops around the country, and it built his credibility. A very good example I remember now for environmental law. He was able to build India's first and one and only environmental law firm, Trust Legal. First it was environment, then he built other things. Now he does many things, but initially it was environmental law, was the first practice area. And no law firm has the kind of environmental law practice that they have in the country, right? Why? Because created credibility around the country. Where can you already find them? Where can you find all these people? Clubs, public places, associations, groups, institutions, very well. Conferences where they're already speaking, cool. Where they're coming up for public speaking, cool. Okay, so whatever audience it is, where can you already find them? Where there are places where your audience already is a part of that, right? So if you want to find your potential clients, potential audience, they're already part of certain platforms where they're already present. How can you go and tap them there? Okay, which are those platforms? You need to write it down. Building your own platform is really hard. By the way, it is also a great idea. If you can build your own platform, you will get much better results. Like in LawSikho, you have our own platform, right? So it is a great idea to build your own platform also. But it is very, very hard. It's not easy. So initially, at least, you should be speaking on the platform of other people, right? It is great idea to speak on platforms of other people to start with, where they already have done all the hard work. They have assembled the audience which is related to you. Don't go and talk to unrelated audience. It will never work. You have to talk on platforms where there is a relevant audience, and doing so frequently is a very good idea. Why do you think, for example, many lawyers love to come on LawSikho again and again and to offer webinars? Some of them do it because they genuinely want to just help people and share their knowledge. They love the opportunity to share this with so many people. But many lawyers even get work when they come and speak on our platform. They get contacted by clients, okay, because they are speaking on our platform and have such a wide reach. Okay, what are the platforms where you can engage in public speaking? So what are the platforms, guys? Tell me, what are the platforms where you can engage in public speaking? Okay, webinars where should you go and speak in college webinars? Should you give guest lectures in colleges, for example, right? Should you go to MU, and somebody was saying MUN is a place to get noticed? Sure. Even when I was a law student, at NUJS, I organized one symposium, symposium on constitutional law, and people traveled from all over India to attend that symposium. Okay, so if you're a law student, it is very easy to go and propose to your teacher, propose to your college that I want to organize an event. I want to organize a symposium. I want to organize a paper reading, and we'll do all the work. College doesn't have to do anything. Maybe they might even give you some money to do the, run the project, whatever. But maybe not. What money does it cost anyway? How do you care? Without a budget, also you can do. If there's a small budget, pay from your pocket, and you can create a platform like that. Yeah, I did it as a second-year law student. Right? I should have done more of it actually. Using the platform that I had, I could have done 20 events every year and even built my network even bigger. Right? I remember Jay Sehta, who was my junior, started an event called Internal Discussion Group, IDG, in NUJS, and he called like top people from around the country, like the National Security Advisor, a judge, Supreme Court judge, and so on, right? And started calling, and they will come because they want to go to all this these kind of events in colleges and connect with the youth, right? So this is a very powerful thing, right? You can find platforms where you can engage in public speaking, and if there is no platform, you can even create your own platform. Now, if I am doing my own symposium, then I can present a paper. Nobody who has to select. I only have to select the papers. If I am organizing a series of webinars, can I not speak there? I will be able to speak there. So this is very, very simple. What are the channels on YouTube where you will find your audience and you want to go and speak there? Media, sure. What websites? What newspapers? Right? Maybe if you are trying to reach out to builders, there may be certain industry publications that builders read. Can you write there? Can you start a blog for builders? What I used to do when I was a law student, and I just would start a blog for that category of professionals, explaining law to them, and I'll just start a new blog. And it always worked. Right? Series of webinars, blog, all of that, YouTube channel, Instagram channel, anything can work. Practice is critical. You need to keep doing it. One big problem a lot of you will face is that you will do it once and say, oh, I did not get any result. I did it once, man. I did it. I did not get any results. I must stop. How many of you are like that? You try once, it didn't work, and you stop. That's a very bad idea. Practice is critical. Nothing will happen the first time or second time. Remember the number I took when I was starting, 50. I took 50, not 1, not 2, not 5. If you think in such small numbers, you will not see any result. If I did 5 engineering colleges, nobody will realize also what I did. But I went and spoke in 50. That's a big network. I touched 5,000 people. So those people, where then they went somewhere else, they talked about somebody, there were enough people talking about this kind of what I was doing. So that helped to grow, right? So practice is critical. You need to keep doing it. You can't do it only once and expect some result. How will you reach out to platforms with credibility, right? Why will they agree to let you speak? So for example, let's say you want to speak on LawSikho, right? There are a lot of webinars we are doing. It is possible that you come and speak here. But what will you speak about? What credibility are you going to bring to the platform? If you cannot bring credibility, can you bring some other value? Can you create a reason why we will say yes to you? A compelling reason why we should say yes to you and how we will benefit, right? It is always a give and take, quid pro quo. Create a reason for people to say yes. Forget LawSikho, any other platform also. Why will they say yes to you? Right? Very, very important. Things are far easier now with webinars, right? Earlier, doing events was a big headache. Also, it's very good to do physical events because the kind of bonhomie you can create, the kind of connection you can create with people with a physical event is very powerful. But while physical events are much harder to do now because of COVID, right? Not a good idea maybe. Things are far easier now with webinars. So you can get webinars organized very easily, right? WhatsApp groups, sure. So things are far easier now with webinars. People are at a drop of a, they can organize a webinar, right? And people want to do more of it. People are consuming a lot of webinars, right? So it's massive. So when I asked this year that what is the best thing that LawSikho did in the last 1 year, people said webinar. Everyone is like webinar. Great webinars. I love them. We learned this, we learned that. It changed my life this way, that way. Webinar. Like people have become crazy about webinars. And I mean, we did a lot of webinars. We did hell lot of webinars, right? Nobody can attend all the webinars, right? And it takes commitment to attend the webinar and learn something and all that, right? So but it is also easier if you want to be a speaker. It is much easier for you to get a speaking slot, right? It is very easy to get a speaking slot now because organizing a webinar is far easier than organizing a physical event, right?